Hi, Courtney.
Hi, so great to be here. I know that I've been waiting for this time and this opportunity to sit down and talk with you. And so I wanted just to ask you a few questions as your
Yeah.
dear friend and believer in Charise Noel and really the vision and the mission you have in doing God's work with this brand. And so could I just ask you a couple questions?
That would be fun. Let's get to it.
Perfect. So if I had asked you 14 years ago, if you envisioned that you'd be here, if that spark of idea came in your head, that you'd be here right now, what would you have said?
No way. How? How could I get there? I think the journey has been remarkable, but coming to this place, knowing I have a scalable product and that's amazing, and I want to, go and sell it to another company, I would say that sounds so smart. It can't be me. It couldn't be me.
Oh, well, and that brings me to the place of asking you, so you're at this place with a successful business and you're ready to take it to investors. Why then are you coming first to family and friends and asking us to invest in Charisse Noel?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. The reason I'm coming to my family and my friends first is that anybody who invests in me on a large scale, they first will ask, have you asked your family and friends? Who believes in you?
Right.
And this is my opportunity to say, my family and friends believe in me. And I'm asking not to be supported financially because I'm doing just fine. Although financially, I do have some things that it will contribute to. I'm asking because do you believe? Do you believe that that we can go forward and this is valuable?
And so with these funds that family and friends are getting behind, and plus I'm really excited for my piece of jewelry. So I have to say it's not just giving you money. We're actually getting
Right.
some things in return that are
Yes.
tangible as well. But
Yes.
what are you wanting to use this money for? What is this first step of funding for?
Great question. So I love that I have a desire to go to investors if I don't have a big company that I get introduced to. Maybe someone knows somebody like at Tiffany and Company.
Could that be a way that we could help you too? Maybe not even financially, maybe it's with introductions.
Absolutely. Introductions would be amazing because my team is really awesome and we're ready to bring it to a company to show them. But that is what the funds will be used for a little bit. Is that I have handmade some of my boxes and my different jewelry pieces that they're put together, and I would really like to be able, and I've used different pamphlets and cards to make a slip of what I want it to look like.
Right, your mock-up.
My mock-up. So this is like my mock-up packaging. But what I would really like to do is get some really professional, nice quality packaging and marketing around this specific jewelry line.
Right. So when you go to Brighton or I can never say that word.
Swarovski.
Thank you, that one. Or Tiffany or others that you haven't even thought of, but those are your top three I know you've shared with me.
Top three for right now.
Okay. If there's introductions, but when you're able to go in there and you have this beautiful jewelry line that you want them to see your vision and invest in, being able to go with really impressive packaging as well. This money will help you get to that place.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also the second thing it helps with is that I need to do a pitch deck, which I didn't even know what a pitch deck was. So I'm learning a ton, but I'm needing to do a pitch deck where kind of like the Shark Tank pitch, where you do it really brief, really quick, but very impressive.
Without any piece missed.
No piece missed. And that means I have the jewelry pieces. Now I need to make modeling images of that, which it's not modeling like a picture of a person on it. It's a modeling of a 3D image of the jewelry that I can input and change direction to and place it anywhere.
Okay.
It's a very clean model.
Okay.
Digital model of my jewelry line.
Okay.
So that's like one of the tasks that I'm going to need to do too.
Okay, my mind's going. I've got 2 questions for you. And so guide me which one yet. I'm thinking, why do you want companies to invest in your business? What do you see as that big vision? And then I also see like, man, right now things are tight for some people. And why invest in Charise Noel now? So you tell me which one you're ready to answer, but I have both of those questions.
Yeah, they kind of do mirror each other a little bit. So I'll start with why invest with Charise Noel right now.
Okay.
And we use the term invest, but like you mentioned, you get a piece of jewelry. It's not getting a piece of the company. So it's not an investment for
the brand.
Right. But it is an investment saying, I believe in Charise Noel. And I believe that what she's doing is going to advance, not just make the world a prettier place, which I hope
it does.
to make it prettier,
right?
But also a better place with the purposes and the meanings that I want to support from the proceeds of the sale of Charise Noel.
Which I know we've talked about. There's some really big missionaries, there's hospitals, I mean, my heart grows big when I think about what you want to do. You're not using this money to go buy a yacht, right? Like if you go sell to Tiffany.
I get seasick.
So tell us a little
not
bit.
A yacht, not even high heels.
Okay, well, no, we like that. Thank you very much. But what are some of the I know you want to grow God's kingdom through this work.
Yeah,
and so tell us a little bit about that, because that's where I get really excited, and I was like, yes, I want to invest.
Yes. So, talking to my friends and my family is really like the most generous group of people I could possibly talk to. And they are investing in God's work and God's kingdom all the time.
Okay.
Through missionaries that they support, through the church that they support, through, their tithes and offerings, and then just having causes that they support. So
they're already involved in.
I want to say there is a immense amount of generous people that I'm already talking to, and they might be thinking, well, she's not a missionary.
And am I investing in your mission?
Right. Hi, girls. Hi. Go ahead. Take them and then go on up. Yep. And then
living the life.
Living the life. Mama moment.
Yes, exactly. Keeping it real.
So, I'm not a missionary. I'm not a super cause. I'm not a family member in need per se. I am a business who's trying to grow and who is excited to tell my family and friends and give them the opportunity to say, we believe in you in multitudes of ways, encouragement being one of them.
Which I know it's hard. It's not easy to go to family and friends and asking not only to believe in me and saying it, but actually sharing money that they've worked for as well. And it's not an easy thing to do. So I give you a lot of kudos. It takes a lot of humility. But then with that as well, what are those causes that are in your heart that I know from even when you started Charise Noel was important to you? I mean, you told me about one of your best friends that you told her you were going to fund her missionary work. That actually created a hospital that is up and running and needs more money to expand. So tell us just a tiny bit about that vision.
Well, that is a way back story. But when we were in high school, Michelle told me she was going to be a missionary to Kenya. She knew she wanted to do that and that she wanted to be a nurse. And I was like, I do not want to be a missionary to Kenya.
I am not a nurse.
Not going to be a nurse. Although never mind. But, but I thought right then and there, I thought I could help fund. Whatever I do, I could help fund. And you know what? I did not start out with the envision of being a company that would go to sell to a large company.
Okay.
I started out in nursing school to be a nurse.
Okay.
And then I ended in teaching as a teacher. Both of those, I would have gladly given the funds that I'd be able to give from that, along with life's circumstances. But when God gave me the talent in my hands, I asked for this small talent to be blessed. And over the last decade, He has not just blessed it, He has abundantly blessed it. And given me idea over idea over idea. I mean, the house that we're in is partly due to the success of Charise Noel. But I needed an idea that could be sold big time to a big company in order to support the big vision dreams of those that are close and dear to my heart, Michelle being one of them. And what a joy it would bring to me to be able to not just have life be, good, but to have life be a breath of abundance and to be able to give.
Right. And having that breath of abundance be able to support others. Many others.
Yeah. And I will continue to do so with what I have.
Right.
But this is an opportunity to do it big.
Now, is this like, oh, I had this great idea, or is this something that you specifically feel like God's put on your heart? Do you feel like you're following and being obedient to what He's told you? Or do you feel like, I have this great idea and this might work?
Hi, honey. So you're on camera now. Okay, wife moment number 2.
It's a very organic interview.
Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, so
Where were we?
The God, that the only one, the I am. So are you being obedient to Him, or some sort of idea that you have in your mind?
Good question. I think that's a hard one to distinguish, not just for me, but for everybody. Am I doing God's will or His purpose for my life? And I'd have to say, when I prayed over my hands that God would bless my very small talent, and it felt so, in a way, like I just was in the garden picking weeds. It wasn't like I was doing something really fantastic. To see how it has grown, and each stage of the way legally grown and been patented and been trademarked and copyrighted, or the ideas grow into the different designs and things. To be where I'm at now is truly only by the grace of God. And I feel like His purpose and vision for me has been to give me the direction. I'm going to quote a scripture, please, that's well known. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And that is such a beautiful scripture, because it's 2 different lights. The light unto your feet is just like carrying a candle, where you just see the aura in front of you and the next step is provided. But the light unto my path is like Him saying, and let there be light.
Right.
And there was light. And hindsight is kind of like that light. And looking back over these last decade of my life, He has given light to the vision. He's given breath to the vision. And now I stand with my candle and I'm taking that next step. Family and Friends campaign is the next step before the next step. And that's what I'm doing. But He has given the vision to my path. I know I'm to sell to a large company. I know what I have is valuable. I know what He has given me. He has spoken over me. And that gives me the confidence that in this step, that there will be light for the next step and the next step and the next step. Yeah.
Thank you for taking some time to be with me today and allow me to ask you these questions. And I just pray that that this campaign, it blesses Charise Noel and blesses all that are involved and all of those that this will be a blessing to in the future through its success.
Thank you.
You're welcome.